and there are different performance testing types are there. One is sanity or dry run test, load test, stress test, so or endurance test, spike test, volume test, baseline test, as well as benchmark test. And also we discussed about the performance testing tools of open source as well as the license based. So the difference between license based and open source is, so when comes into the license based, where we have to purchase license from the product owner to use their tools. When comes into the open source, so it's free of cost, no need to purchase any license. So you can just go to their websites and we can download the open source tools. And we saw about list of license based tools. So the top leading marketing tool called Micro Focus Load Runner, NeoLoad, VSTS, RPT, Silk Performer, Oats, and Flashmeter. So apart from this, these are the common, I can say, frequently used tools. So you can see a few additional tools also, and list of open source tools, which leading top marketing tool called Apache JMeter and OpenSTA, WebLoad, QLoad, Grinder, and Bandboy. And also we discussed about architecture. So there are three types of architectures are there. One is two-tier and another three-tier, and last one is n-tier architecture. And where two-tier architecture, the communication will happen between client and server. All desktop based applications, I can say exe based applications, comes under two-tier architecture. And when comes into the three-tier architecture, it contains at least one web, one app on database server. And when it comes into the entire architecture, where it contains multiple web, multiple app, and multiple database servers, which means I can say, if in the interior, if the interviewer asks what's your application architecture, you can directly say my application is entire architecture, where it contains multiple, I can say, 2 web servers, 3 application servers, and 2 database servers, which comes under entire architecture. Right, that also we was discussed yesterday. Now today we are going to discuss about the types of servers. I hope I have given task to you guys also. Now, so there are web servers, so 3 types of servers are there. One is web, another one is app, and the next one is database server. Now, for not talking, please go on mute. Okay, so types of servers, one is web, another one is app, and database server. Now let's see on the web server. So what do you mean by web server?
Web server is based on host websites like Amazon, Flipkart. These servers are, means example is Apache HTTP, IBM HTTP server, iPlanet, OSS. That is like a web server. It's connect to internet. That is the web servers. Like this is using for plugins, .NET, or some different coding also.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you see the statement web server, so it uses HTTP or HTTPS or other protocol responds the client request made over the World Wide Web, called as web server. So, which means, so please go on mute. So, which means where the web server will contains a static data which contains a static data which presents in the web server. The static, yes, I started the recording. So which means it uses a HTML context. The context should be static. Static means which never change. The static means which never change. Now let's take a sample example of any website. If you take IRCTC, or if you take Amazon or Flipkart, any applications, or Book My Show, any application. So when you open the any website, what is the first page you used to get? You used to get home page, right? Or maybe login page. If you take IRCTC, if you open IRCTC website, you used to get login page. Correct? If 1,000 people open the IRCTC website, which page those 1,000 people will get it?
Home page only.
Or I can say the login page. Correct? Am I correct? So home page in terms of, I can say, login page. What about if 1 lakh people open IRCTC website? All 1 lakh people will get the login page?
Yes, sir, that login page only will.
Yes. Which means, can I say the login page is static? So if 1 lakh people try to open the IRCTC website, people always getting the login page only. People won't get it, like I can say, a book the train, not that page. People won't get not that page until unless they log in. Correct? So which means the data which won't change, that kind of data will be placed in the web servers. All static data, I can say, the HTML data as well as the non-HTML resource called image files. Will the images will change? If you open IRCTC website 100 times also, will the images will change?
No, sir, no change.
So that kind of text called static text. So what the web server will have means, the web server will have all static data which comes on a HTML request and the non-HTML resource called image files. So that data will be placed in the web server. Any confusion, guys?
No,
Over
sir.
the web server. Now let's talk on the dynamic data. What do you mean by dynamic data or dynamic content? Which means every time it will change. Correct? Now let's take same IRCTC website. So you open the website and you entered your username and password. You clicked on login. Now what page you used to get? You used to get the search page. Correct? Search the train.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Super. Now in the I can say in the top right corner, you can able to see the name called login as Ashok or login as someone. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what about 1,000 people logged into the IRCTC website? All 1,000 users, they may see, I can say, they should see their names logged in as so and so. But I may not say logged in as Ashok because I logged in with my user. Which means depends upon the user to user logs in, the names are changing.
Some names have changed.
Okay. And one more thing. Now, when it comes into the arrival city and departure city, depends upon the arrival city and departure city, can I get different trains? Correct? If I search from Bangalore to Hyderabad, I used to get Bangalore to Hyderabad trains. I can't get it from Bangalore to Chennai trains, right? Which means, so when my parameters are changed, my data also will change.
Yes, the data also change.
Yes. So that kind of data called dynamic data. It will keep on change, irrespective of what are the functionalities we are testing. So where that dynamic data will be presented and displayed in the UI, I can say in the front end, means all dynamic data that called as the business logic. What do you mean by business logic? When you say, I can say, when I say, so when I'm giving from and to Bangalore to Hyderabad, I'm getting Bangalore to Hyderabad trains, which means some logic has to be implemented, then only it displays the list of trains available from Bangalore to Hyderabad, right? Which means the business logic, I can say the code, the actual code will be executed from the application server. The actual code will be executed from the application server. Whatever code the developers develop, if the code has to execute from the application server, that data called dynamic data. Now all dynamic data will be placed in the application server. Are you clear? Any confusion, guys, on the application server? Now let's see this example. So the dynamic content, the business logic will be running in the application server. Now, when it comes into the database server, so what is the objective of database server? Means the database server will store or maintain the data of I can say the respective application, say whatever application we are using, if all the data will be maintaining of that respective application. So the database server will maintain all the data. Alright. Now, what are the list of web servers are there? Say, let's say, so I just given 3 web servers. You can get list of web servers in the Google. So, but most frequently used the servers called Apache HTTP server, IIS server. IIS is nothing but Internet Information Server, IBM HTTP server. Like that, there are n number of web servers are there. I hope you people are Googled about list of web servers, app and database servers. Correct? Yes. Now, let's take on the list of application servers. What are the list of application servers are there? One is JBoss, another one is SAP NetClear, WebSphere, WebLogic, Oracle Form Server, like that. There are many other application servers also there. I can say available in the market. at least you have to know 3 to 4 web servers and app servers, as well as database servers also. Okay, and let's see the database servers. I just given 5 to 6 database servers like MySQL, SAP HANA, Oracle, MongoDB, DB2, MS Access. Even SQL server also. SQL?
Cassandra also is.
Yeah. So there are many, not only these 7 databases, there are some other databases also there. But at least you have to know some. If in the interview, hey, can you tell list of few, I can say not list, few list of web and app and database servers. At least we have to tell 3 to 4 web servers, app and database servers, right? So that just for awareness, like how the application will run, how the application will be developed. At least we need some basic understanding, right? Okay, using these are the servers they may use to run their application. This helps to understand your application architecture. Okay. Now, I have one question here. How these servers will communicate each other? I just told, like, when I give arrival city and departure city, I'm getting the data list of trains, correct? Then how these servers will communicate each other?
Then you will give this one setup application through web server, app server, database. Then give the one setup, then after will come application, will open websites or like that.
Any other answer?
Newly create one application like these are 3 needed also. Web servers or applications or DB all related.
Okay, no problems, guys. So some communication should happen between the servers. If the communication happens, then only we can get the response. So in order to communicate between the server, communication protocol. There should be a communication protocol. So there are list of communication protocols are there to talk between, I can say to talk each other, I can say each other servers. Those are HTTP, HTTPS, FTP and SMTP. These are the list of communication protocols are there where the communication protocol will uses the port numbers. So HTTP protocol will uses I can say the port number as 80 and HTTPS will uses 443 as the port number. So HTTP, the full form called as Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and HTTPS same with secure manner. And if you see most of the applications nowadays, it starts with HTTPS. Correct? So these are the list of communication protocols. So most of the web-based application, the communication protocol should be HTTPS only. Now, do you know how Gmail will work? Which communication protocol Gmail will uses?
HTTPS.
Okay. It uses HTTPS along with SMTP. It uses HTTPS along with SMTP. To send and receive the emails, it uses SMTP protocol. Yes. Any confusion? So now you may understood, right, how the servers will communicate each other using the communication protocols. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's see. The most important thing is performance testing life cycle. So before that, we have some prerequisites. We'll see that part also. Then we can move on to our actual, tomorrow onwards, we can move on the actual performance testing. Now, before this performance testing life cycle, I want to tell you about the few more concepts called environments. Few more concepts called environments. Let me add here itself. Let me add here itself. Environments. Okay. Now, what do you mean by environments? Means in order to run an application, first application has to develop, right? Then only the application will run up and run. So to develop an application, so they use a environment called dev environment or development environment. Development environment. The first one is development environment. Okay. So simply we used to call it as dev environment. Now second one is once the development team they developed the code, they used to push that code, I can say. So they used to do the testing, I can say, forgot the name, unit testing. Okay. Once they developed the code, they used to verify whether their code is working or not. Right. Without executing that code, they won't move that code into next environment. Correct. So that testing called as unit testing. So unit testing will be done in the dev environment. Okay. Initially they used to test their code, whether the code is perfectly working or not. Okay. Next, the next environment, QA environment. Next environment called QA environment, where the functional testers as well as automation team will test the application in QA environment. So the more focus on I can say in QA environment, I can say the application to check whether the all functionality is properly working or not. Which means if any functionality errors or occurs, the QA team, I can say the functional or automation team will raise the defects. Okay. Once the functional testing is completed, I can say functional and automation testing is completed, then the code will move to, I can say, deploy in UAT environment. So that's called as user acceptance testing. User acceptance I can say user acceptance testing, UAT, where this environment will be used for the real users. I can say real-time users, which means the real-time users are nothing but the end users who are actually uses the application. Okay, so when the QA team completed entire testing, make sure that the application is bug-free application. I can say defect-free application, which means that they identified all the issues in QA environment itself, and the development team fixed all those issues, and then the application moved to, I can say the code will be moved to UAT. So in UAT, it should be, I can say the defects are, the functionality errors should be 0%. If they are finding any errors, I can say any defects, then so they will again approach to QA team whether can you able to, I can say whether you are not able to find out those issues in QA environment or not. This kind of questions will comes to the QA team. Why can't you detect at early stage these issues? So that is the reason when the QA team, I can say the functional and automation team, if they are testing the application, they used to write lots of last test cases because of they used to test each and every piece of functionality. Okay, so that environment now called as UAT environment. So once UAT environment is completed, then the code will move to perf or staging environment. Perf or staging environment, where our actual performance test execution carry out in perf or staging environment. Okay, now once the performance testing is completed, then the code will move to pre-prod. Pre-prod. Once pre-prod is completed, then the code will move to production. I can say pre-prod means pre-production. The production is nothing but the live application where everyone can access that application. Everyone can access the applications. That environment called production, or simply people used to call it as live environment. Live environment. Okay, any confusion guys on the environments? Everyone?
No confusions.
Okay, all right. Now let's see, the next one is about, let's start on the load runner. I can say the first I'm sorry, the first tool which we are going to learn called load runner. This we can discuss tomorrow. It will take 2 days time, the performance testing lab cycle. Okay, so that is the reason I am skipping for today. Tomorrow we can discuss on the entire performance testing lab cycle. Now let's start on the load runner perspective. So load runner, so first we can learn some basic points like, so what do you mean by load runner? What are the various versions are there, load runner versions, and how we can download the load runner software, and also we can see so how load runner architecture. These topics we can see tomorrow and today, and tomorrow we can see on the performance testing life cycle. Alright, now let's see on the load runner. So as we discussed, what do you mean by load runner? I can say it's one of the license-based performance testing tool to test an application performance. And the latest version of load runner is LR 2020. The latest version of load runner is LR 2020. Okay, and we'll see what are the, I can say, the various old versions are available who are developed, I can say. Now, now I'm just giving from load runner 8.0 version onwards. Before that, I can say previous versions also there. Before 8.0, there are previous versions also there. That's fine. They won't ask those many questions on the LR versions. Okay. Now, LR 8.0 developed by Mercury company. LR 8.0 developed by Mercury company. Then the Mercury company was sold the load runner product to HP company, where they started with LR 9.0. Where they started with 9.0, where there are various versions implemented. The HP company implemented various versions like 9.1, 9.5, 9.5.1, 5.2. So where you can see the 5.1 or 5.2, or I can say 0.01, 02, 03, those are now called patches. I can show you what do you mean by patches in the later classes. Okay. Then, so there is no concept of LR10. Then they started LR11 and 11.5, 12, 12.0, 12.50, 12.53, 55, 56, 57, 60, and 6.3, 6.1 also there, 12.6.1 also. Those are patches, I can say. Then the last one, I can say now the latest one, LR 2020. So LR 2020, so till 12.63, the tool was handled by HP company. Then the HP company sold the load runner product to Micro Focus, so where they implemented the latest version called load runner 2020. I can say LR 2020. Okay guys, any confusion over here?
No.
All right, now let's see the next one called load runner architecture. Load runner architecture or component. So a load runner contains 5 components. Okay, load runner contains 5 components. The first one is virtual user generator. The first component is virtual user generator. Simply we used to call it as VUsion. First one is virtual user generator, simply called as VUsion. So this component mainly used for to develop the scripts. to develop the scripts. Okay, and the next component called controller. So once you develop the scripts, you have to execute those scripts using the controller. So it's mainly used for test executions. Controller mainly used for test executions. And analysis. So once you executed the test, then you have to analyze your test execution results using the analysis component. And next one is load generator. So load generator is nothing but it inject the load from different geographical locations. That machines called as load generator machines. Then the last component called agent processor. So agent processor, what agent processor will do means agent processor will work as a mediator, I can say, the between controller and load generator. Controller and load generator. Okay, these are the 5 components which we can learn in our class of the load runner architecture or components. Clear, guys? The load runner architecture or load runner components. Both are same only, don't get any confusion in the interview. So if they ask load runner architecture, load runner architecture. So I did not told me load runner architecture, I know the load runner components. Both are same only, load runner components or load runner architecture. Both are same only. Clear, guys? Any confusion on the load runner architecture or load runner components?
No confusion.
All right. Now let's see that I can say now let's see. So from where I can download the load runner tool, I can say load runner software. So just Google and you can just type Micro Focus MF load runner trial. MF load runner trial. So just open this and you can able to see www.microfocus.com website. Correct? Now just open this URL and you can able to see the latest version. Micro Focus Load Runner 2020 Community Edition. Micro Focus Load Runner 2020 Community version. So there are 2 types of versions are there. One is professional, another is community edition. So the professional version is nothing but where we have to purchase license from the product owner. When comes into the community edition, so community edition comes a free of cost with the user load of 50 users, which means till 50 users we can test our applications. If I want to test my application more than 50 users, then I have to purchase license from the product owner. Okay guys, there are two types of tools available. I can send the load runner. One is community edition, another one is professional version. Community version as well as professional version. Community version or community edition is free of cost, and professional version or professional edition have the license based. Okay, now just click on the Micro Focus Load Runner 2020 Community Edition exe, then it will navigate to the your registration page. So you can register yourself. Okay, you can register yourself, and let's see. So they changed various options nowadays. So it's not allowing the our personal Gmails. Let's see. Let me try whether again they made any changes or not. It's not accepting the personal emails. Let's see that. Testing 033. See what it's showing. So it's asking to enter the business or student email address. So that is the reason it's not accepting the Gmails. If anyone working in the organizations, I can say, then you have the business email IDs, right? So you can use your business email ID and register yourself. But luckily, the Yahoo account is working, but that too not yahoo.com. It accepts yahoo.co.in. Now if you see, if I enter my personal Yahoo mail ID, it accepts. See, is it accepting? The email address is already in use, that's okay, but is it accepting? Because I have the valid account, so that is the reason it's showing us that email address is already in use. Okay, so that is the reason. If you have yahoo.co.email, then you can register yourself. Okay, and you can use your own password and give your country, your phone number and company name, title, zip code, blah. Alright guys, so let me check one more email ID if it accepts. No, it's not accepting. See? Correct? Let me use that. No. Okay, no problems. I can share my credentials with you guys. You can download the software. Okay, no problems. Now assume that I have registered myself. Now just if you already have an account, click on sign in. Now I already having my account. Now I am going to sign in. Okay, now here I have to give my email address. Click on continue. Now give the password. Now click on sign in. Now if you see my account, okay, where you can able to see LoadRunner Cloud or LoadRunner Professional. Okay, all right. So this I can share with you guys. So I can share my credentials. And what you can do is you can just go to LoadRunner Professional and click on download. Then the LoadRunner software will be downloaded, and we can install it tomorrow in your laptops. And I can show you how to install the LoadRunner software in my machine. Even my machine also, I got the new laptop from the office. So even in my office laptop, I don't have LR tool. Not in the client network. Client network I have. I can see in my local. Okay, so I will also download this software, and tomorrow we can see how we can install the LoadRunner software. Okay, guys. Any confusion on the tool download perspective? Okay, so I can share you the link as well as my credentials. Okay, everyone, please download the LoadRunner software, and everyone please try to join through your laptops. Don't use your mobiles. Okay, try to join through your laptops. So from tomorrow onwards, the actual class will start. I can say, as of now, we saw the basic concepts. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, actual class will starts. Okay, guys.
Okay.
And let's see the last concept for today, called LoadRunner. I can say LoadRunner supporting protocols. Now we discussed about some protocols, right? Communication protocols, correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
HTTP or HTTPS, FTP, SMTP, TCP, IP also there, communication protocol, that's okay. Now, LoadRunner protocols are different compared to communication protocols. Why? Now, so let's take examples of web-based application which uses a communication protocol called HTTP or HTTPS, which are web-based applications. Okay, in order to record those applications using LoadRunner also came up a set of protocol to support of those applications recording. If I want to record my SAP based applications, LoadRunner came up with a protocol called SAP protocols. If I want to record my Oracle based applications, so LoadRunner tool came up a protocol called Oracle Web or Oracle, I can say NCA protocol, Oracle two-tier protocol. There are multiple protocols on there. They came up those set of protocols in order to record Oracle based applications. If I want to test pure Citrix based applications, then LoadRunner came up a protocol called Citrix ICA protocol. Okay, depends upon the technology they use it to develop the application, the developers, I can say the development team. Similarly, LoadRunner having its own set of protocols to support, I can say, to support of recording that respective applications. When I say web-based applications, pure web-based application where it uses HTTP, HTTPS communication protocol, then LoadRunner having its own protocol called web protocol. That's called HTTP HTML protocol, where it supports for purely web-based applications recording. If I want to, test my web services, I guess people know about the website that we can discuss in further classes. What do you mean by web services? If I want to test my web services, then LoadRunner came up with a protocol called web services protocol to test the web services. Like that, not only few protocols, LoadRunner having close to 60 to 70 protocols, which combination of single, multiple as well as mobile protocols. If I want to test mobile based apps, I can say applications. So there are some set of mobile based protocols also implemented in LoadRunner, where we can use mobile based protocols to test mobile apps. Okay. Now, so let's see a list of protocols the LoadRunner contains. Okay, so that's called as LoadRunner protocol bundle. LoadRunner protocols bundle. So what do you mean by bundle? Means a bundle contains single protocol license or multiple protocols license. A protocol bundle contains set of single protocol license or multiple protocol license. Okay. So if I want to test my Oracle based applications, I have to purchase Oracle protocol bundle license from the product owner. I cannot use Oracle protocol bundle to test my SAP based applications. Am I correct? Everyone? Why? Because Oracle technology is different, SAP technology is different. So I cannot use my SAP, I can say Oracle protocols to test SAP applications. Got it? Yeah. Now let's see some set of protocol bundles. Now let's Google LoadRunner protocol bundles. There. Now open this. Now you can just see the URL microfocus.com media flyer load runner protocol bundle PDF. Just open this. Now let me download. I can say let me share this URL with you guys. You can download this URL. Okay, everyone. I can say you can download this PDF file. So it will help you to understand the list of protocols. I'm sorry guys. Okay. Alright. Now let me slightly maximize. Now if you see the license bundle name and supporting protocols. If I want to test purely .NET Record Replay bundle, if I purchase that bundle, I can test pure Microsoft .NET code using the load runner. If I want to test ODBC or Oracle 2-tier database queries, then I have to purchase a license bundle called database license. If I want to test pure Java based code, Java record replay Java over HTTP, then I have to purchase a license bundle called Java. If I purchase mobile and IoT internet over things, then you see these many protocols it support. DevWeb, Web Protocol, True Client Mobile Web, SMP, SAP Mobile Platform, MQTT, Message Queue, and COAP IoT applications. And if I want to test my network related applications, I can say network related things. If you see DNS, FTP, IMAP, LDAP, MAPI, okay, POP, SMTP, Windows Socket. So these are the list of protocols I can say the Micro Focus team developed in order to test the applications. If you see Oracle based application, if I want to test Oracle e-business, I can say Oracle based applications, then I have to purchase a license called Oracle e-business suite, where it comes DevWeb, Oracle NCA, Oracle Web, Siebel, and Web Protocol. So like that, you can see various combinations. If I want to test my SAP based applications, I have to purchase a bundle called SAP Bundle, where it comes SAP GUI applications. We can test SAP Web, SMP, SAP Mobile Platform also. Okay, and if you want to test pure web based applications, most of the I can say clients, they used to purchase a license called Web 2.0. Web 2.0. DevWeb, I can say Flex Protocol, IBM Series, True Client, and Web Services. Web 2.0 license bundle. Most of the clients, they used to purchase Web 2.0 because most of the applications are web-based applications. If they want to specifically test Oracle or SAP or Java-based or Citrix-based, then they used to purchase the additional protocol bundles. Okay, guys. Now let me show you the real time how, like, what protocol bundle we are using. Okay, I guess Let me connect to my client network. One second, guys. Okay, let me connect to one of the machine. Mhm. When I click on load on the license utility, now if you see what is the protocol bundle we have, which protocol bundle we have?
Web 2.0. Web 2.0.
Web 2.0. Now let me minimize. Let's go back here. Web 2.0. Correct? And if you see how much user license we have, 1000 user, 1000 user license. Okay. So like this, you can verify your license bundle, which bundle I can say your client purchased. Okay, guys. So like this, the protocol bundle will work. Okay. Let me. Okay, no problems. Okay, so let me disconnect from Amazon Workspace. depends upon our requirement. So the client will purchase the protocol bundles. Okay, so everyone please load down this protocol bundle. Just go through that list of bundles. What are the list of protocols? The bundles, each bundle contains what are the protocols it contains the bundle. A protocol bundle may contains one or multiple protocol licenses. Right, if you see Web 2.0, there are multiple protocol licenses. Now if you see one of that, I can say where if you see the .NET Record Replay bundle, it contains only one protocol license. Correct? So like this, the load runner protocol bundle will works. Depends upon the application to application. So we can purchase the different protocol bundles. Okay. Any confusion guys on the load runner license bundles? Load runner protocol license bundles? Okay, and let me give you the LR link. I can say login, so that you can log in and try to download the load runner tool as well. Okay.
Okay, sir, but today and yesterday class link please share to me, sir.
Yeah, I will do that.